So good evening, everyone. And let's get started today. Before we get started, let me ask everyone. So how was the day? Everyone could do the assignment. So can we have some answers about the assignment if you have done? Okay, assignments, we saw the videos, but apart from that, something else was given to you. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yes.
And what was that?
Requirement documents.
Requirement
Yes.
है, correct.
Yes. You were told to do some research over internet, download some template and work over that. Try to just, do some, R&D with that, whether you are able to understand that or not. So who all have done it?
I didn't do.
You did not do, Varsha.
I didn't
Okay.
do.
Okay. Who else?
I downloaded the requirement specification document, but I didn't edit it. I went through that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great that you have downloaded that. What about you, Bela?
I was checking there also, but I tried to do a little bit. I didn't finish.
Okay. You tried.
Right. Problem and little
No.
for you.
No worries. And what about you, Rupa?
I did these steps only, just how to write, but the template I did not.
Okay, no, you did not remember, is it? You were knowing, but you did not remember, is it?
I
Can I say that?
remember, but I did steps, but that one little tough to me.
Acha. So even though it was tough, did you try to search? The format.
Yeah, I searched for I got the steps. So
Okay.
how we have to do first summary and next scope like that. I got
Okay.
some thing
Amazing. That's fine then. No problem. So let's get started with our regular code of honor and let's see whether we are aligned with it or not. So the most important thing is that the 6 reminders are very important for us, and that is about showing up live. So it is okay that even if due to some reason, if you are missing it out, and then you can go ahead and you can watch the recording, but when you are showing up live, you are bringing some light about your project itself, because for that you need to showing up on time, you need to be punctual, and you need to be highly committed, because when you do this, you are preparing for already the live projects when you start working for some real project in corporate. Why? Because why we want you to follow this? Because you remember the another universal law we talk about, how you do anything is how you do everything, and that's the reason you're preparing for this over here. The second one is that being the full stack student, where you are supposed to do all the assignments, doing self research, and repeat what you have learned. Okay, that makes you full stack student, because you are on the path of learning, you are learning something, and when you are doing this all, then it will lead towards the success, and when you don't do it, automatically it will lead towards failure. So you need to be ready to take the responsibility for both, that you have done something that has led towards the success, and if you don't do, also it leads towards failure. So take the full responsibility, not only half one, and start working on your mindset, that is having a learning mindset, which you all have, positive mindset, which you all have, and complaint free mindset, and then load yourself gratitude to yield the gratitude mindset. And the fifth one is increased receptivity you should have. That's how you are going to get started with your day. And I request for that, for 30 days you need to listen to audio program of Earl Nightingale every single day, 30 minutes. That is going to add on lot of possibility and positivity for you to do your own work. So any single day, if you find yourself you are missing it out, it means, remember, this is the yardstick to check that day you have been hit by the negativity, and to reverse that, this is the golden opportunity to go back and listen to Stranger Secret. The another one is that learn the golden quadrant. Okay, so follow the golden quadrant of learning, and that is declare, learn, draw, and summarize. So before any learning starts, start with declaration, and once learning is done, start doing the drawing, and in drawing you are going to sum up everything, and then you be vocal about whatever you have drawn. That's how you are going to summarize, and that's how we are doing as a part of assignment as well. We are dropping our summary for with the 1 minute or 2 minutes of videos. So whatever you have done is really appreciable. We are watching the kind of effort you are taking. I truly appreciate that. And I really want to take name of Varsha, Anila, Rupa, and Bela. The way you are trying to and taking efforts and putting it up, that is visible. So thank you so much for taking it up, because that is going to pay you back soon. So are you ready to declare? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So let's get started towards declaration. At the count of 3, I am going to request you to give a self high five. That is nothing but a clap, and then repeat after me that I am a quick learner. What others can learn and master, I too can do that. That is your first statement going to be. So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and start. I am a quick learner
What
I'm a
others
quick learner.
I'm a
and
quick learner.
master,
But
I too
others
can
can
do
learn
that.
and master.
What others can
I
learn
can-
and
I too can
master,
do
I
that.
too can do that.
And once again, with the clap, you need to repeat after me, because I am an awesome learner. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, because I am an awesome
Because
learner.
I am awesome. learner.
Because
I'm an awesome learner.
And I want you to declare this as well. Whatever I am going to learn now, that is going to be super duper easy. Repeat after me now. Whatever I'm going to learn now,
Whatever
Whatever I'm going to learn
Whatever
now,
I'm going to learn now,
that is going to be super duper easy for me. That's going to be
That is going
super
to-
that's
duper.
going to
is
be super duper easy
it's
for
going
me.
to be super duper easy for me.
Exactly. And you know why? Why it is going to be super duper easy for you? Any
Because we
guesses?
have declared that.
Yes, exactly, because you have said so. Wonderful. So on this path, the 6th reminder is being giver, and how you can be a giver. So that why you need to be a giver, because that keeps you spiritually grounded. And on this path of learning, when you are spiritually grounded, the possibility of keeping your ego aside will add value, and have an intent of charity when you are on the path of earning. At least once you get placed, start thinking that you can give back to society your 10% of earning, wherever you believe in, and whatever you're doing, that you need to appreciate, and what others do for you, you can appreciate, and what doesn't happen for you also, you can appreciate that, because everything is adding up towards your dream conversion to reality, because what you appreciate appreciates you. So on this note, let me open the slide from where we had left last time. So yeah, so I'm stopping the share and resharing the screen with the slide, and we had left out over here. So today we are going to get deeper towards business analysis and business analytics. So Prerna ji, over to you. So would request you to start uh, adding up some uh, information and value from your end as well.
Thank you so much for a wonderful start, Gaurav. We really have this ritual which is very helpful for aligning everybody what we want to do. And also, once again, I had mentioned the benefits of making videos and that you all must be experiencing. But again, kudos to all of you for putting in so many efforts and giving such decent explanation. I just wanted to before starting, Gaurav, I wanted to share this. I hope you don't mind. So before starting, I just wanted to give some tips or some observations that when I saw the videos I wanted, I observed that your voice should be a little bit, what I would say, prominent. I am not saying it needs to be sharp or louder, little bit prominent. I'm not sure there is a problem or there is some low volume with Varsha's system, but I could hear Varsha's voice little low. So
No,
maybe next
Prerna
time,
ji. So what exactly happened? I also noticed. Even Varsha knows that.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So yeah. So
So that
Varsha can
might
be
be
more
so no
aware.
no why I'm saying this as I mentioned those all 10 points, my only motive is, or rather our motive is, to prepare you guys very well for the interview sessions. So I'm not asking for any fancy accent or any being very loud like we have those reporters. It's just that the other person sitting maybe behind the desk, taking interviews or on over calls should be able to hear you. Also, maybe others like Anila and others video. What I wanted to highlight is, if you feel that you're not getting any word, just stop. Like I'm not saying stammering, but we have to try to reduce the those our in our conversation or in our presentation. I know it's a start. I'm just giving my observation because I just want you guys to be the perfect, which you will be eventually. So just try to focus on that. You might be having the pointers in front of you, and I'm very happy we're writing notes and all. Now you're talking with having notes around, but slowly and gradually, as you keep talking about this stuff, you keep rehearsing, you keep revising, I'm pretty sure you will not even need those notes in future. But then try to remember, just be confident, have a little bit smiley face. That's one request from my end. I know it's very tough, you're a little conscious, you're recording yourself, but try to also enjoy this period, that you're putting in efforts in yourself, you are investing in yourself. Okay, so that is it from my side. If you want to if you have any doubts, do let us know. If you want to if you feel there any queries, we are most welcome. If you have any, you can ask right now. I'm very welcome, before starting the with the topic. Anybody, Varsha, Anila, Bela, and
So
anybody,
Prerna ji, because you are talking about it, so I would also like to add
please,
something.
please.
So yeah, everyone, you remember that the same point as what Prerna ji has been adding. So it has come back to you in past as well. So kindly incorporate them, and wherever I felt that you were audible, I appreciated about the voice clarity. I appreciated Rupa. It means that for others, if you have not got the this feedback that your voice is really great, it means you need to work on the voice clarity. Means you should be audible. What will be the use when I'll be talking over here and you are not able to listen to me clearly, or you are taking really effort and bringing in
Yes.
your ears towards the video, and what I am presenting, that is going back. So there won't be any point for the video, right? So you would agree. So yeah, and for the smile, of course, that will add somewhat of interest.
Yes.
Okay, so in fact a great interest that yeah, something great is going to come. The second point is that means, of course, not second but the important one, that your voice should be clear, that should be audible. And second, filler, that's okay, even if it is coming through you, that we understand and we can tell, hey, you need to repeat the next batch as well. So why? Because we want you to be really confident. The third point which I have been telling, that you can draw. When you draw, sure, this is my drawing, okay, this is what I have drawn,
Yes,
keep it
that shows
aside.
that you're confident, you know the concept, and you can even present it diagrammatically, which will be an added point from your role point of view, right? Because the interviewer or the person who is talking to you would get that additional confidence, that okay, no, she really knows the concepts, or she knows how that flows. It's just a just a positive way of kind of showcasing your skills or your knowledge.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes,
I
Gaurav, over
want
to you.
to, want it to connect back with our this golden quadrant of learning. So what you
Right.
actually are doing, you before even starting, you just go back and listen back to the recording. So before that, kindly do declaration and then learn and then draw. Drawing is the third step. You must do that. And in the fourth step, what you are going to do, show us this is the drawing I have created, and then without referring that you have to summarize. Okay, if you can do it at the first attempt or second attempt, you might find it difficult, but at the third attempt, what is going to happen, your memory retention will increase. Okay, and that's how the more your memory will retain the data, whatever you have explained to us, that makes you master, that makes you confident, and that makes you to crack the interviews too. So this is entire process. We are not just giving you or asking you to do the stuff, and there is a bigger reason behind that, and that also gives us the power to ask you to, hey, come back to the next session or not, and these are the area where you need to work upon. And even you come to know, acha, okay, that's the thing, I'm not very much confident on this topic, I need to repeat it. Do you agree with this all, Bela,
Yes.
Rupa,
Yes,
and
yes.
Varsha and Igla? Yeah. So
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
you so much.
We don't have Kamini today, or what?
No, Kamini is
Darren?
Kamini is into something. She said earlier she was not feeling well. So yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
So
even last time she was not well that there. I thought, okay, okay,
yeah,
no worries.
and even Abha is not there today because she is not really keeping well today. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay, fine, fine. Okay, fine, not an issue.
So
Okay, so
yeah.
thank you so much for your input, Gaurav. Thank you so much. I just
Yes.
wanted to highlight because the kind of efforts you girls are taking is amazing. Along with your household chores, other responsibilities, the sessions, and everything. Still, whenever I see the videos, I feel so pumped, and I just couldn't resist myself. So yes, let us get started with our topic today. So super duper simple, yet very very interesting and important from business analyst and I would say PM point of view, actual work wise point of view. That is business analytics with Excel. So business analysis and business analytics both goes hand in hand. Will let you know the prime differences as we go ahead with the discussion. So, what is business analytics? What does it do? What does it stand for? Why it is important, and how do you do that? So, and along with Excel, okay, how to achieve or how to actually do that along with Excel. So, if you could see a small definition come explanation is basically business analytics is like data and reporting analyzing. So it's like you're analyzing the data and the subsequent reporting that is prepared that comes out of it, analyzing past business performance and predicting future business performance. Okay, so I would like to take a stop over here and mention that for example with respect to your videos, because it's very relevant. So past business performance means how many the number of videos you might have prepared. For example, you prepared 4 videos. Okay, okay, what was the quantity of videos? Quantity means for how much duration you prepared those videos. Okay, you prepared for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, then what is the topic of those videos? Okay, maybe introduction to Scrum, or Scrum rules, or responsibilities. Okay, that was you prepared. Now this was the past performance. What is the future performance? Okay, I'm gonna prepare videos for BAs. I'm gonna highlight demo interview session. I'm going to highlight what are my inputs from this. So this is basically what you did in the past and what are you planning for future, analyzing that with the help of data. And also the focus is also on the business analysis functions and processes, and how to use the recommended solutions for that. I know these terminologies might be sounding a little confusing to you as of now, but as the flow goes, you'll understand. Just try to retain this much, that analytics helps you to analyze with the help of data and reporting. Okay, it helps you to analyze with the help of data and reporting. To do what? To understand, to analyze the past business performance and the future business performance. So why we're talking about business performances? Because ultimately we'll be working in organization, and organization business, it's all about their business growth and revenue. So that's why we're talking about this term. And in that, how does Excel helps you in achieving that? So there are very good and interesting functions in Excel which we all might be using. You all must have used some here and there. But with that help, we can achieve, what is our required goal. That what was the past trend, what is the growth trend. We see all those arrows or all those graphs wherever we see any presentation, even in the movies or in the no, in any commercials. So all that is basically prepared with the help of Excels. We have pivot charts, we have graphs, we have a different tables. So don't worry, this all will come. And even if you Google a little bit, or watch some our previous videos, Guru School's previous videos, or some Excel functions videos, you'll get to know what we are doing. So if Gaurav, you want to add something here, or I can go to the next slide.
Yeah,
Let me know.
exactly. So would love to add. And yeah, so you can subliminally, you can really understand this, because what Prerna ji is given, the example is apt. And let me ask you on this note, everyone. So have you ever used this Excel in your life? Means anytime, any point of time?
Yes.
Anyone? Okay, Varsha has
Yes.
used. Okay, Anila
Yes.
has used. Okay, Rupa has
Yes.
used. Okay, so everyone has used it. Okay, wonderful. Can you, any one of you, give me example? Why did you use that? So Bela, can you tell me why did you use that Excel? Last, when did you use?
Actually, my work, I don't have to use much, but I use it for, we get the like we get some error.
Mhm.
So we have to write it down, what's wrong with that. And so we just have to use the specimen number, patient name, and what is missing.
So
that
you
reason I use it.
you capture some data using that, right?
Right. Actually, we have already inbuilt, so it's easy to use for me. So I use that.
Amazing, amazing, Bela. Thank you. Thank you so much for your response.
Welcome.
Anila, and why did you use and when did you use last?
I use it daily for my daily expenses.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
habit. You also do data capturing through Excel. Okay. Rupa,
Yeah.
what about you? Why did you use and
I also use it for simple things in my home, like groceries and cost, daily expenses, like different things like that.
excellent, excellent, wonderful. And Varsha, when did you use last and why did you choose?
Mostly professional level, I have used it in the data analysis, sales analysis, like all the
Exactly.
functions. And it is very useful even in daily usage, like what Anila said, for expenses, like we are doing some projects. I did the landscaping project, so managed expenses in Excel.
Yeah, thank you so much, by the way, Varsha, for your response, and everyone else for your responses. And do you understand, when you were talking that I have used Excel for these activity, in fact, you were adding the data, you were saving the data, you were capturing the records, but later you can reutilize that through for your analysis purpose, right? Do you agree with that? You can
Yes.
analyze your expenses. If you have used for expenses purpose, you have analyzed the trend of your patient and the specimen sample, whatever you have collected, so you can analyze that, how it has been so far, and then based on that you can modify and you can export and you can build some graphs to understand some trend. Do you agree with that, this whatever I have
Yes.
said? Yeah. So this is
Yes.
how you are creating data, and you are generating some report, and you are analyzing the past performance. Based on that, whatever Prerna ji has just now added and gave you the example through your own video, this is how you're going to do. And that's why, because you could just now plug your experience over here with by answering my question, you are able to connect and you have started finding it easy. And because you also said earlier, whatever I'm going to learn is going to be easy, here you just now shared your experience, and further you are going to understand what more extra activities you could do. So we are going to tell you in the coming slides as well. So here we are moving to the next slide, and you will be able to relate and get wowed that, oh wow, these all things we can do. So here are some functions which in which we can work upon. We can utilize them in Excel, and there are various purpose. So Prerna ji, if you don't mind, can I explain this slide? Yeah. Hello, Prerna ji, you there?
Yes, yes. Please
Okay,
go
okay.
ahead. Please go
So
ahead.
some common functions are there, and those functions are written into the cells. So whatever the grid you see, like 150, 100, 999, 100 and 0, you can see on the screen, right?
Yes.
In the
Yes.
C
Yes.
column. So
Yes.
in fact, what is mentioned over there? So there are some function might be mentioned over there. Okay, we are like you see in C9. Do you see that C9
Yes.
axis? So here
Yes.
Cell.
we are trying to write some formula. Okay, formula is if and C2 is greater than or equal to C4, or C2 is lesser than or equal to C5, then enter C6 or C7. So this is the live formula we are trying to incorporate over here. In the similar manner, any formula in Excel will start with equal to symbol. Okay, equal to sign. You understand? And say, for example, what will be the use of concatenate function? Any idea you have? What do you understand by concatenate? So concatenate doesn't do much. It combines two different data together. Say, for example, I have written data cell and 150, and in column D2, I'm going to write concatenate V2 and C2. Okay, separated by comma. So in one line itself, in one cell itself, it will write data cell comma 150 together. Do you get that? So it connects two cells together. Do you get that? Do you understand this?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, everyone?
Yeah.
So say, for example, if you have one column A1 and another column is B2, and in C1, you are thinking that whatever is mentioned over here in this cell and this cell should come together. Okay, it should not go in the different cell. So that time you can use the concatenate functionality, starting with equal to symbol, and the cell name you need to mention into parentheses. Like you see here, it is quoted in parentheses. Okay, are you getting whatever I said, or you want to see that? So let me show you. Okay, that will be more easy for you. So I'm opening Excel right now. And because while Excel is opening, I'll be creating some data in front of you. And also while the data will be created, I'll show that how can I use the concatenate functionality. And that's not really, so how I can do that. So let me open something. So I have opened the simple Excel from the past. Okay.
Gaurav, the Excel is not
Not
visible yet.
visible.
We are
Yes,
yet
yes,
on the
yes.
PPT. Yes.
Right, right. So I think I'll bring it now. Yeah. So can you see there is some data written over here? It could be anything. Okay. Say for example, I need to write 25, B25 and D25. Okay. And F25 together. Okay. Just some raw data is there. Right. So let me, can you see this? Whatever I have shared with you right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I can concatenate anywhere since I'm writing the formula. So I have, when I wrote this, let me maximize it a bit more. Okay. So I'm trying to maximize. Okay. Again, writing concatenate. So here I have written it partially and I have got some tips, and then it is asking to write down what all the cells or data I want to merge, or I want to connect, or I want to add together, or concatenate. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write D25. It will highlight that. And after D25, not D25, in fact, B25 first. Okay. So it will highlight that. So say B25, it has highlighted, and then D25, and then again F25. Okay. Just in random. So before that, B25, say for example, I need to also add some more data. So what I can do is that I can write D5 over here as well. Okay, D5. So say for example, before D25, I want to add D20, D5. I have added over here, and I will also write F5. F5. Yeah. So F5. So it will give me that what exactly I'm trying to write over here, or whatever I'm going to merge. So it is, the reference is given from here. So whatever the cells I have tried concatenating, okay, trying to merge. So every single information, every single value from that cell, that you will be able to see over here. Do you get that? What we are expecting now in this cell when we are going to hit enter button? Do you get that? So I have just used the concatenate function, and in that I have mentioned the name of the cells, and this is going to be what? This is going to show the value of those cells. So at the count of 3, I'm going to hit enter. 1, 2, 3, and here we see. Okay, so whatever we have mentioned, we have seen over here. But important thing is that we are not finding the space. Okay, so because the spaces are not mentioned over here, so we can also add some say for example, in this I am going to just type space, and I'm going to just include this cell, every single word. Okay, so in this cell, what we have added, and every single cell, what is there, space is there. So I can add that. Okay, so after B25, I am going to add G10, because every single cell has that space. G10, then G10, and then G10, and it should show the space as well. Okay, G10. Okay, it has not brought. So it has not brought because I might have done some mistake. So
After G10 of second G10 before D25, there
okay,
is no comma.
okay, the comma was missing. So now you can see here the space has been incorporated. Leadership, leadership group Y, group
Y.
Y. Okay, because it is mentioned over here, right? I have written here group, I have written here group, and in 25 column, sorry, yeah, 25th column, D25 contains Y and F25 contains Y. And that's why we had the similar result over here. Okay, so we can concatenate any cells out there. This is a simple formula we have shared with you. Okay, but do you understand now how it is going to work? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So in the similar manner, there are more than 250 formulas, and you can really master it. Once you know it, once you start using that, you are going to understand what is the importance of this. In the similar manner, there is LEN formula that talks about length. It quickly provides you the number of character in the given cell. So for example, if I need to identify the number of character in this B2, that is talking about data cell. So it has in fact 4, 4, 8, and if we will count space as character 1, total 9 character. So when you will apply the length formula with equal to sign, say for example, you will say equal to len, and then in the parenthesis, if you mention the cell name, it will give you the total number of character. Do you get that, whatever I said? Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone? Rupa and
Yes.
Bela, you also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can say no if you don't understand, and if you can say yes, then we understand that you understood and we can move further. So there is another formula, that is count A identifies whether cell is empty or not. Okay. So sometime, there are multiple data in one Excel sheet. Okay, and we cannot go everywhere, and we can see that every single cell has some value and it is going to bring something. So we need to analyze those cells from the crowded data. Then we can apply this count A. So count A will give you the return whether the cell is empty or not.
Mhm.
In the similar manner, we can use some formula like days, network days, today's, sum ifs, average ifs, VLOOKUP, find, search. So these are the formulas which can be useful in the daily uses. In the similar manner, pivot table is there, that is going to be really helpful for you. So Prerna ji, do you want to add something over here? Because I have added some formula.
Yes, so thank you so much for the explanation. And guys, trust me, concat, sum, length, these are one of the most typical, easy to use and simple formulas which you can, use in actual business. Now coming to pivot tables, I find super duper interesting. As you can see there, on the screen, that basically what it is, the name might be little alien, a little different to you, but it basically does is, whatever data you have in Excel, like you all know, there is variety of data, as in this data is barely 10 lines, but then actual office Excels have lot of data that goes in lot of many rows, and may say columns, and you do not know what all is included. And what if you want to read that data as in, like, say for example, if you want to take understand, say Guru schools training programs, right? So how many training students there are, and what all courses they need. So it will be like plain name and educational qualifications and courses they are taking. So it's going to be huge, maybe in thousands. So how would you read that? So to read that, we create pivots, which gives us a clarity of how to bifurcate the data, how to use that data, and how to read that data. Means what you can have students name. What I'll do, I'll try to share a very good and simple video with you once I find the one that suits you. So what does pivot table helps you? Pivot table will give you in Guru schools there are, say, like our batch, Varsha, Anila, Abha, Bela, Kamini, Puna, everybody, they will belong to BA Scrum. There will be other 10 set of people who will belong to maybe
Salesperson.
yeah, Salesforce. There's other, they might be QA, they might be into testing. Some from might be PMP. So all that data can be readable. Do you understand the word when I say it's readable? Readable means when you look at the data, like, here, if you could see, there are some of airport passengers, and it's like you can just see numbers, numbers, numbers. But if you have a proper table, like how we have the mark sheet printed in our mark sheet format, subject wise, person wise for us, like that,
Yes.
it's very visible. It's a very 1 second, I'll just I was thinking about giving you a live example. 1 second. Gaurav, you have any live example of pivot data handy with you, or I'll just 1 second. I'll just give
I'll
you
have
a
to create it if you want.
No, not create. I just wanted to show that. So I right now, even up before creating, I don't want to bombard them. I don't want to. I just want to show them how it looks. That's it. 1 second. I might. If I
I've,
get a good one, I'll share. I'll ask the permission to share my screen.
yeah, you have
Let
already.
me check. Yeah, great. Okay.
I'll have to stop
Yes.
share, so you can then go
Name.
ahead.
Yeah. Wait. I'm just looking. Even yesterday I was thinking about it, but I just
Okay,
or
no worries.
I can even, okay. So what I'll do, I'll even create the pivot table. Yeah. I'll just take the 1 second. I'll take that. Where am I? Where am I?
So
Where
in
am I?
past,
So,
what I had done, I had
mhm.
created then and there, and
Yeah, it's what I'm
then
trying to do.
yeah,
Should I'm just doing share screen. 1 second. Any screen I can share. I'm just opening Excel.
okay.
I'll prepare and I'll show them, because it's gonna be very interesting for them, so they would know. And it's very simple, and it's very easy to use, and it gives a very good impression that some great functions in Excel and stuff like that, and which is a good thing to have, right, when you join a new company, a new firm. And it's a good skill to have in my day-to-day life. I use pivot quite well from last couple of days, whenever you have to give that forecast and stuff like that. Okay, Peter, I'm just okay now. I'm just trying to open Excel.
Yeah.
Can I open Excel? I'm just taking the screen. Yeah, can you guys see Excel on my screen?
Yeah, this is loading. This is yeah,
Yeah, it will.
we can.
Okay. So I'm going with a very simple exam. I'm preparing right now, so I don't want you to you know go ahead with
Serial number, name, course type,
yeah,
city.
city and trainer. Just gonna do some modification so we can know how to play with it. Okay. Guys, you can see I'm just adding data for understanding how to go ahead. Okay. I'll start with Varsha, Anila, Hamini, Bela. Gaurav, you can please share the names.
Yeah, Abha and Rupa.
Abha. Okay. Sorry. Abha and Rupa. Because we have less name, we will take names of people from earlier batches. Nisha, Anam,
Mayank.
yeah, Bobby.
Okay.
We are heavily on the girls' side. We do have some boys, but pretty less. Mayank,
Rahul.
Dipti, Rahul, and Dipti A. Okay, I'll just take. These are the actual name of our students. So
Very
Varsha,
well.
you're from which city?
Milwaukee.
Oh,
MIL,
okay.
MIL,
Hmm.
WA,
Hmm.
K, EE,
Hmm.
EE,
Okay.
2 times 3. Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay. Anila,
Houston.
let me know if I spell it
H
right.
E is not there.
You don't
H
need
O
that.
U H
Oh,
O U
HOUESTUN.
S U. Yeah, there's no E.
Okay. There's no E. I thought there was E. Houston.
Yeah.
Okay. Kamini.
I mean, not there, but North Brunswick.
Sorry.
North Brunswick,
Brunswick.
right?
Mhm.
My goodness. You have to
NORTH.
spell it out for me.
NORTH, North,
CNORTAH
BR,
DR.
B for Bombay.
Okay. BR.
NORTH. There is no A.
North, North,
Okay.
NORTH.
NORTH.
North and
Okay.
Brunswick.
North. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
North, North, Brunswick, BR,
Hmm.
Yeah.
UN,
Hmm.
SWIC.
S
WI,
SWIC.
WICK. Oh,
Mhm.
North Brunswick.
interesting.
So
Bella.
And same city.
Oh,
North and
good.
Brunswick,
North
2 different
Brunswick.
ones.
Good. I'm happy. For Abha, if we know any,
Abha also
Arisha.
same.
Ava is not. Okay, she
Wow.
is from same.
She's
Cool.
from same town.
Oh, great. I've got a
Okay.
team there.
Rupa.
Rupa Virginia.
Virginia.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Virginia.
Better the one that I could actually spell. Okay. For here,
I don't know.
simplicity's sake, I'm giving Indian because I know the spelling. just being keeping it simple. So yeah. Jaipur,
Was thinking.
versus Chennai. Okay. Let me save this. इतनी मेहनत करके I just wanted not wanted to be lost.
So here you see on the screen something is happening for you.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
we are
Yes.
going to
So
create
this is for
something.
you. And you know why I have your names is that then we get to associate. Okay, this is all me. Yeah, this is all me. I keep doing this. I don't know. I am
Yeah,
wired
even
to
I
do
do
this.
that.
I am wired to do this. If I don't do, I
I'm so
feel
used to
something is
exactly.
missing. Something
Same.
is missing, and I don't know about others, but that's what I do. Okay, and it's a good way for presentation. You know, from presentation point of view, it looks decent. Now the dash we can skip. Okay. So now, luckily, we have only 12 records. Imagine you have 12,000 records with 100 columns. What do you do and how do you read? Here you can read, you know. Here, if I tell you, hey, tell me how many people are from Mumbai, you can say, oh, there are two. How many people are from Houston? You said only one. From North Brunswick, you can
Brunswick.
say three. Yeah, it's very easy. How many people, for the simplicity's sake, I have bifurcated how many people Gaurav is training. So, okay, you know, 6, and how many people Prerna, then 7, stuff like that. But if you want to make it more readable and more this, it's very simple. Ding ding. You have to go here, insert, because you are creating something or inserting something. Here you see the pivot table. Okay, so you are inserting pivot table into your Excel. Basically, you are creating pivot table. Okay, so now it asks you out of what you want to create table. Oh, what is your base data? What is your base data? So I prefer to go here. So earlier we were in the sheet 2 because here we have asked creating. Then we go here and you select the complete row. It's like how you copy paste. Yeah, and you can see here it has shown you from sheet 1, you know,
A1 till
this A1
F14.
to F14. So it's starting from here till here. It has covered everything. Okay. Here you did not change. If you want to create a pivot in new worksheet, you do that. But I prefer the data and pivot table in the same. Okay, I'll just show you. Just go with the flow. Trust the flow. Okay. Now you have the data handy with you. The only thing you have to do is drag and drop. Okay. What is drag and drop? So now,
So everyone is paying attention, right?
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
we will repeat.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Row, column, and row. Instead of this, I'll do this. I love to play around with this
Yeah,
because
name
it
should be in
makes
the row.
me fun. Yeah, I find it fun. Why it is
Trainer 2.
okay. So it's really simple.
Trainer 2.
Yeah, here I'll so see what does this do? What does this do? Wait, okay. I was just dragging dropping to see how it looks. Why there are so many blank columns I'm getting?
The
Oh, yes, I would
total.
get. I do have blank.
Yes,
That
empty
is
cells.
NA you can type or something like that.
I guess that should work. See, now, see, you get this. You shouldn't have any blank space. Preferably, you shouldn't have. If the data contains, you can't help it. But it's good to refine data.
And you can
Now we come
refresh.
here and we just refresh. Okay. So here, what it did, I want the name of the student here, and I want the count here. I'm doing some things. I'll let you know what they are.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not the best way to read, but I'll let you know. So here, let's go like this. For Gaurav, there are these many students, and it is counting NA also. So NA is also there. So NA is like Anam is not getting trained from Gaurav. Bobby, Dipti, they are not. So you can see the NA column, whereas Gaurav is training these people. This is the one way of reading it. Another way
NA
of
for
reading
Gaurav
it.
is Prerna.
Sorry.
NA for Gaurav is Prerna student.
Yes, NA for Gaurav right now in this situation is Prerna.
Prerna student.
No, I don't want it this. I don't want it this. I don't want this. So
Don't pick
basically,
the
you know
same.
what? Yes, here it is again the same, but with a better clarity. You would get, I feel.
Mhm.
You can actually play with it. Why I'm showing this? Because I love playing with it, and it's actually a play. You can work around. There are many ways. Okay, the same way earlier I showed you vertically. Now I'm showing you horizontally. That here you can see. I think it's pretty nicely displayed. Gaurav is basically teaching these many people: Abha, Anila, Bela, Kamini, Rupa, Varsha, like this batch. Okay. And NA is not applicable to Gaurav, are basically applicable to Prerna. Prerna is teaching to whom?
Those other
Why? This
students,
is also
Mayank,
come.
Nishal.
Mayank,
Anam,
Bobby,
Bobby,
Dipti,
Dipti,
Anam. Yes.
Dipti, Mayank.
One second. One second. There's some. Yes. Okay. Because the heading is there. Fine. So this is not one of the best examples, but yes, okay. Now we'll filter on the city. I think that can give us thoda NA ka chakkar kam ho jayega because we have the city. I'm encouraging you ki aap try this out
Use.
so you would know. Okay. This is simple to read. So we have one person, we have just a number right
Amritsar.
now. We have one person from Amritsar. We have two people from Mumbai. We have three
Mumbai.
people from North
North.
Brunswick. Huh? We have one from, so basically if somebody, say tomorrow, or maybe Guru schools want to analyze how many students are from which city in US. Okay, so now this kind of data they would see. They see the number. They can't see the names. Okay, I have one from Virginia. Say 100 from Virginia, and this 50 from Milwaukee. Did I pronounce it right? Milwaukee. This is how you
Yes.
pronounce. Okay.
Yes.
So this is basically analyzing data. Okay, for last 15 minutes, whatever we struggled or we created, we made, this is analyzing data. Okay. So I wish I had my office laptop, but we're not allowed. So there are, this entire Excel is completely, I'm actually using my hands instead of mouse. This is kind of filled with data and you do not know what to do with it. That time pivot comes in very handy. So I hope little bit is clear. I'll also share with you one interesting fact which you might help. Now if I add, say, new, say BA, say any, I've added somebody new. Okay, Gaurav. Okay. Now the fun is I want to reflect that here. Okay. Now I want some new name here. I have a new student whose name itself is new. I want to see. So what I'll do, what I earlier did, refresh. Oh, why? Refresh. That is what we did, right? We refresh and it was displaying, but no. So now there is a
Range
trick.
is
When
not.
we do this, yeah, we have to, because this is a new line we've
Change the
added,
range.
new row we've added, that data is not considered in this table. So where did it go? 1 second. Okay.
So
Double
Prerna
click
ji,
on. Double.
Mhm.
you can
Fill it.
insert the new column in between of the rows.
No. I can do that, but I want to show them. Kahan gaya? I might just ask. Wait.
Okay.
I can very well do that, but then it is
Yeah.
only
Then
it's the condition of one row or one thing, na? Where? New
If you
show.
don't,
No, not refresh all. Insert new, 1 second. Now this is fun.
Eh.
Merge. Can be in data and analytics. The option I'm trying to find is refresh.
you need to provide the range, because earlier the range was till above arrow.
if you double click on this table, the range will open.
No. I'm not asking for range. I'm asking for.
Inserting in
I'm
between
not.
the rows.
See, so how do I do? I'm just adding. So what the problem we are seeing, that is normal. So that's the reason when you are inserting any pivot table, that time you have a option that you can select the entire sheet instead of instead of only the range.
Yes. That is
So
one. But that is not my concern. Yeah, go ahead. Till I'm searching.
yeah, so
Go
what I
ahead.
used to do, I used to generally means whenever I need to create a pivot. So say for example, I am in sheet 1, what I'll do, or sheet 2, what I'll do, I will select the entire sheet. How do I do that? Go
Yes.
in between A1 column,
Yes,
go
on
between
the
A1
column.
cell. So the top cell,
Top left.
yeah, so between A1, so above the A1,
That
I would
triangle,
say.
that triangle.
The triangle, yeah, exactly, just
The
whatever is
triangle,
mentioned
Prerna.
above the
Or upper.
A1. Yes,
Yes, got it.
exactly, over there. Entire entire Excel sheet is covered. So pivot table will be created, and the benefit will happen tomorrow if you
Whenever
will.
you add it.
Yeah, whenever I'll add any new row, any new column, that will get
Refresh.
into the refresh. Yeah. So I don't need to go back and arrange the new range. Okay, because that's what we were trying over here. We were trying
Okay,
to give
super.
it a
No, I
range.
got it. I was listening to you. That's also one of the ways, but generally, what I do is okay. That's one way of doing it. Second is, luckily, I got it. The version is different. Okay, cool. So yes, we have this in. कहाँ गया अभी? I just I just found it, and while no, I wish I would have shown that time. 1 second. I did found it. It's called a refresh data set, and you can actually add.
It must be in data column, data
No,
menu.
it's
No?
not in data. It is
It's in pivot
somehow.
column itself.
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
it's
yeah,
in
yeah.
pivot.
It was in pivot, I guess. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just while you were talking, yeah,
Yeah.
pivot analyze. Yeah, it is here. And yeah,
Refresh
it,
button.
it is change data source. Yes. Okay. You can see change data source.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you do this. Now what Gaurav said, if we would have selected
Increase
earlier
the
this,
range.
it would have taken everything, but we did not. So it will allow us to change. So now I'm considering these two additional new and newer. I've given this name on purpose, so we'll understand. Okay. So new and newer. Okay. Can we see the new and newer here?
Not it.
Yes, yes. Kolkata.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I couldn't see new and newer yet.
I cannot see Kolkata.
No.
Oh, I can see.
Where is
Okay.
that?
City.
Okay,
City,
you can see
Kolkata,
you
I
can see
city.
Patna and Kolkata. Yes,
Yeah,
you can see
yeah.
Patna and Kolkata. If I have to add name here, I can see new and newer here. Yeah, new and newer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the basic thing what I wanted to highlight, first of all, thank you for your patience. This is a different version than my office version. This is my personal laptop, which I don't use that much apart from work, personal work. So little bit variations as per the versions are different. But the only thing I wanted to tell you is we can filter, we can play around, we can check who is from where, everything can be done, and it is really very interesting. You are allowed to make as many mistakes as possible. So here we can see Gaurav has 8 students, Prerna has 7, so all that can be seen with this data. And again, I want to highlight, right now we are having only 12 to 14 rows. Imagine when you have variety and vast data and how you go about it. Okay. So
Yeah.
yes, over to you, Gaurav.
Yeah,
This
Prerna,
was
can
you
you
want
go
to
to
add?
sheet 2? Yeah,
Yes,
could you
yes.
go to sheet 2 and select any cell? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's selected already. So what exactly I wanted to add over here, what Prerna ji has already added. So the one thing I want you to do is that go to Google, and every one of you can download any dummy data. Okay, so you can type into Google that download dummy Excel book. Okay, or dummy Excel sheet. So it will give you some dummy data. And with that, I want you to practice this pivot table. So in pivot table, I want you to arrange some data. And as Prerna ji already has mentioned that you need to play. So when you will create, so the very first thing is that you need to select or you need to click on insert pivot table. When you do that, you need to select the Excel sheet of which you are going to create the pivot table. And once that has been created, you get what on right hand side, you see the 4 columns, that filter, columns, value, and rows, right? Do you see that on the right side on the screen, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I want you to do, I want you to drag few name of the rows and columns and put into the different sections, and to trace what exactly you identify something wonderful is appearing or not. And in the similar manner, you can create multiple pivots. Okay, but start with one. See how does it look like when you create in the same sheet, when you create in the new sheet. Okay, so that will give you a really boosted confidence. And I want, in fact, each one of you to experience that, so that when you will be asked in the interview, have you worked with pivot table, you could say confidently and honestly that yes, I have worked. Okay, and imagine any kind of a project, and then with that imagination you can start playing with the pivot table at your own. Okay, is it clear, the task?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So back to you, Prerna. So you
I
can
think we're
stop
done with
share.
this. Yeah, I'll just stop sharing so we can go ahead with the session. Yes. Will you
Yeah,
please
so
share the PPT? Yeah.
yes, exactly. And I want you to continue with the next slide as well, please.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
as
Yeah.
we have come to stakeholder. Yeah.
Superb. Superb. So now we just had a glimpse, I would call it, into what are the functions which we can play around, which we can use in Excel. My personal request is please go ahead and watch interesting videos on how to use Excel, and how to, what are the functions those are mainly or majorly used, because it's very honestly, it's very much fun to know that it gives you added confidence that you can play around with Excel. It gives you the required clarity, that how to deal with data. Now you might have dumb data, some smaller data. By the way, this pivots you can actually use for your personal use also. Like if you are a little bit, I would say, aware of or your finances, and you manage things on your own along with your spouse, you can have this data with where are your major expenses goes, along with your education, kids education, your rents and your EMIs and your spendings. So it's really a good to have skill. I personally like it
Mhm.
because you can, instead of doing only copy paste and filter, you can do so many things. And it's very interesting. And by the way, most of you have kids, so for them also it's very much upcoming in their school college life. So if you know that, then that gives a great picture to them also, that okay, she can also help us with that, or you can teach them. So it's a very decent and nice skill to have. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you will dive into it on weekend or whenever you find time. And thank you so much for giving more inputs into that, Gaurav. So coming back to this super interesting and one of my favorite topics is who is a stakeholder. Okay. Anybody, if you could read out something for me, Bela, Kamini, Anila, Varsha, can you please read out one sentences for me, starting with,
Sure.
please start. Yeah, Bela, start.
Okay. So stakeholder has a vested interest in a company and can either affect or be affected by a business, operations and performance.
Perfect. Okay, now Anila.
Stakeholders are those who directly impacted by the project and those who may be indirectly affected.
Okay,
Ex-
interesting. Varsha.
Examples of directly impacted stakeholders are the project team members or the customer who the project is being done for.
Okay, who is next? Am I missing a name?
Rupa.
Rupa, sorry. Rupa, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm getting Purna name in my mouth. Rupa, yes. Yes, Rupa. Please go ahead.
Typically, holders, investor, sponsors,
Uh-huh.
employees, customers, suppliers, communities, governments, trade associations.
Okay. Thank you so much. I didn't miss anybody, right? We are four today. Did I miss anybody? No.
No.
Okay. So, I had mentioned this word in my yesterday's feedback on all of your videos also, that this video creation is going to help you while dealing with stakeholders. So what is a stakeholder? Stakeholder, by simple English, means a person or a group which holds a stake. Okay, when I say they hold a stake means, in short, they have some interest in your activity. Okay, so as simple as that. In a marriage, in a particular set of marriage, who are the stakeholders? Can anybody tell me? I know it's a funny example, but I think you can relate to one. In a marriage, I'm talking from family point of view, who are all the stakeholders in a marriage? You could think, anybody, please.
So
Family.
apart from
Family, that's a good answer. Can you
Family.
be more specific? Who in specifically in family? Mm-hmm.
I mean, bride's dad, mom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
siblings,
Go ahead.
Uncle, aunt.
Yes.
siblings,
Okay. And
Brothers,
I'm not sure for your marriage, but I think most
friends.
of the Hindu marriages, bride's maternal uncle is also one of the most important person,
Yes,
because he's the one
yes.
who hands over
Mhm,
to her to the groom before
when
the feras. Yeah. So,
mhm.
okay. So why this question is, you simply got that in a typical Indian wedding, there might be 500 to 1,000 people, but the actual stakeholders are very few. And I only considered family, because if we considered all, there might be many people. We can start with caterers and pandit and decorators and whatnot. So you understand who are the people who have the direct and vested interest in that. Like, for example, bride and groom, those are the most important people, because they have to be a part of that ceremony. Then obviously their parents, because they have to perform some rituals. Then along with the uncles and siblings, because in many of the weddings, you require a brother or bride sister, and many people around that. So on the similar fashion, on the similar lines, in an organization, who are the stakeholders? They can be anybody and everybody. Like sponsorers. Okay, sponsorer is a person who is putting in their money into the project or organization, right? So directly their money is involved. So obviously they are interested, or they are linked to the project. So they are one of the stakeholders. Employees, like us, we are working for the organization, we are working for that client, we are contributing for the development of an overall project development, not the development from coding side, actual development of the project. So we are stakeholders. Customers who want their project to be done by our organizations, they are one of the stakeholders. Okay, so they've come to the organization that, okay, we want to create this website, we want to create this application, we want to have this automation done, we want to create a user management system, or like that. So they are the stakeholders, because they want, that is their ask, that is their need, they want this job to get done. Then we have suppliers. Suppliers means, in manufacturing, it is very easy to understand. If it is a wood manufacturing factory, the wood supplier is the supplier, or maybe the tool supplier is a supplier. In IT, suppliers means we have a lot of vendors wherein their employees come and work for us, not only our companies, but because they might have some specialized skills, or they might be cheaper than the actual employees, or also companies or suppliers who provide laptops, desktops or printers or scanners and all that. Those are also supplies for us, right? I'm giving you the most realistic and simplistic example that I could provide. Now there can be communities, government, and trade associations. I think Gaurav can relate pretty well, because he was, or rather he is working on some of the US government's projects, or he was earlier. I know, Priyam, you cannot disclose those, but kind of like, when I work for my bank, there are many projects which are governed by RBIs and stuff like that, SEBI. So we don't work directly from them, but we work as per their guidelines for their ask. So, and trade associations means any, if you're in a particular industry, what that industries trade associations are asking for, there can be some ask from them that you have to adhere to this rule, that rule. So coming back to the first and simplest form of definition or explanation, the stakeholder is person, or stakeholder is someone or some group of people, or entities they have vested interest, they are very much interested in your company, and company's growth, operations, performance can be directly or indirectly affected to them. So you get my point. For example, your kids' education. Who are the basic and foremost stakeholder in that? Definitely, father and mother, like parents, right? In our case, in my family, for my niece and nephews, entire family is a stakeholder, not only their parents. I am one of the keen person of, okay, how they're doing, what are their marks, and how well they're understanding, because we are so closely knit, we keep talking. My parents are also very much engaged. Okay, are you studying, how was your result? So people or organizations who are interested in the outcome, performance, operations of any organization's act, they are the stakeholders. I know this can be a little new or little, I would say, heavy to digest now, but as we go ahead, you will learn more about it. So, did you understand the concept of stakeholders, or you want me to explain more? Anybody, everybody is welcome to ask queries. Please go ahead. What is a stakeholder? What they feel? Yes. Okay, let me phrase it
Yeah,
in a question format. In a question format, who are the stakeholder in our current course, like what we are going through, BA Agile PM? Who are the stakeholders?
the students us
So,
are the stakeholders. Then
Okay.
you as
Yes,
a
go ahead.
trainer,
Okay, great.
you are the stakeholders.
Okay,
Um,
great.
Dave, sir.
And
then
okay,
the Guru School's team overall.
perfect. I was gonna say Guru Schools as well. Yes, yes. Uh, Dave is also a part of it. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. Yes. So yes, you got it. That is what I wanted to hear from you. At least as of now, or tomorrow when you get placed, or when you're working for any organization called, say, Google, Microsoft, HP, any big name, Deloitte, so they will be also your stakeholder, and you will be a stakeholder for them because you'll be
For the
working for them. So you get my point. Stakeholder simply means who are people who are directly involved, and not only
immediate
involved
impact.
for doing the work, but they are interested in the actual outcome, like how the company is doing, how the project is getting delivered. So all that is essential. I think that is this clear with you all?
Yes.
Bela,
Yes.
Anila,
In fact, it
Rupa.
should be.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the
Yes.
wonderful and funniest example we have with the marriage and, the
Yes.
stakeholders. So
Most
one
relatable one,
stakeholder,
rather.
yeah, one
Yes.
stakeholder we missed in Indian marriage are Fufaji, if you have heard this title
Yeah.
ever.
And one
Yeah.
more we missed. We missed
Oh
the
yes,
priest.
oh yes. Yes. No, no, I know I was sticking to family, because if I have to take in the priest,
Yeah.
foodies like me will
Me.
ask what about the caterer, because for them the caterers might be the most relatable stakeholder,
So
unless there is food.
why did I use
Yes,
this
yes,
title? Because in the
yes.
marriages also, and even in projects, we see that there should be one person should always remain delighted.
Negative.
And that's why we make sure that this person should not get angry at any point
Yeah,
of
yeah.
time.
Fupaji,
Yeah.
correct.
So because one person gets always angry, that could be the okay, you got it. So all right, anyone want to add something, or we can proceed further? We can.
We can move on.
Okay, so good. That was great example, Prernaji. Thank you so much for bringing some laughter in between.
Yes,
So
yes. Welcome, welcome.
yeah, so this
Okay,
is
so now,
how, yeah,
yeah,
the
I'll
next
take
slide.
this and then
Yes, yes,
I'll
go
request
ahead.
you to. Yes. So when we spoke about stakeholder, who are stakeholders, or what defines a dream or an organization or group of people to become stakeholders, and how we can manage them. Right, it's not only first of all, it's good to know to identify the stakeholders, but then it is also essential for us to know how to manage them. Okay, so stakeholder management is pretty interesting. It's basically how you could manage anybody who is closely associated with you, or or whose interests are similar as as of yours, okay, who, or rather who has same interest of you. So first thing first is identify stakeholders, which we did. Okay, we were who were a stakeholder for the simplicity or understanding point of view. In this for this slide, we will consider customer as a stakeholder. Okay, so we have realized a customer is our stakeholder. So now what would be the next obvious step is document the needs. Varsha might be able to relate well because she's worked very closely with BAs. So the first thing we do is we document the requirements of the customer. Okay, we can have meetings, telephonic discussions, or even in many cases in my earlier organization, we actually visit the customer offices or factories, or depending on what kind of industries they are, just to know and get the feel of their work process, and how overall work is managed. So first thing first, after talking to them, having detailed discussion, you document their needs, what they don't want. Okay. So after that, analyze their influence and interest. I'll just read it out first, and then I think I'll get back to my original example, because that it will be very interesting. Then manage stakeholders' expectation, then take action, and then review and repeat, and then you're done. Okay. So I think customers example will be very technical and that we keep giving. I would love to go back to the wedding example if everybody is okay with it. I hope yes. So should I go ahead with that example? Because it's gonna be fun. It's super. Thank you. Thank you. So identify stakeholders. So in that, let us go ahead with the bride, because we have the woman power kind of on a heavier side, Gaurav, if you don't mind. So I'm going to highlight the bride as a stakeholder. So, so going ahead with that, document needs. So if the bride is a typical Indian bride, she's gonna ask, I need a lot of gold and heavy, what do you say, clothes, or my wedding trousseau that has to be of this brand or whatnot. And just typical, it's a filmy wedding, and people are illogical and they have absurd demands. Okay, they are not realistic. So in that, that there is a need for gold, and there is a need for awesome clothes, like say heavy saris or lehengas or stuff like that. Third is analyze their influence or interest. Now you're actually thinking, what if this is delayed, or what if it is not provided? Then simply means the bride is not going to be happy, or she's not going to be ready to get married. So it is of utmost important, right? You have to give her proper dresses as per the occasions, and you have to provide her jewelry. So you are analyzing the influence or interest. So on the serious notes, and on organization level, basically you have to understand whatever the customer is asking, what is their influence, if
Deep
that is of
interest.
deep interest, perfect. What is their level of need they are asking, how important it is, something like, for example, if a bride say, I need some, I need some dramatic entry. I need to be, carried by some people over the shoulders, or I need a entry with dance. All these things can be actually, bypassed, or, kept aside, because that is not essential. The essential part is she should be ready. She should have gold, and she should have nice dresses to wear. Okay, so now I'm just sticking to that simple example, because everybody could visualize. I just want everybody to visualize brides of their own types, and their particular background. For me, it's both. It's a Marathi and Punjabi. For you also, it can be a good mixture. So analyze her ask, or her demands, or her needs are actually important, and then going back to manage stakeholders expectation. Okay, so now she's asked, her part is done, but now you have to provide it as a family, or I'm just giving this hypothetical. Nowadays girls are very much on their own, they're very independent, they do everything on their own, but here, just for the concept point of view, I'm giving this. So now the parents, or maybe the brother or herself also, they are gonna buy, search, and try all the jewelries and all, and they keep that aside. As in, they want to manage, and they are planning for manage point of view, for the gold and for the cost, for the dresses, you would require the funds, right? The gold is getting so costlier day by day, or you have to arrange for the clothes, get it stitched, get it ordered. So all that has to manage as in plan from, and then take the action. Take action as in actually pay for it and get that at your place, manage that, make a wedding trousseau, and then review and repeat. And then I'm pretty sure most of all the mothers, or as sisters or as elderly in the family, you must have done that before the wedding day, earlier night or earlier day. Every family just checks the entire thing that they have already packed. That's the best way to do, because you tend to lose something. Okay, some jewelry, maybe all the dresses, all the gifts that has to be given. Because I remember for both of my brothers, I have done that. For my own marriage, I have done that, because it's very essential, and everybody close to the wedding has to do that. It's kind of a dedicated job that you have to check the checklist, or check and keep reviewing the checklist, and then again review and repeat, and then you're done. So why I give this example, because I just wish and I feel everybody should have had at least a glance of that wedding scenario in front of their eyes, so you could visualize. And second thing, now I'm going to map this exactly same with the customer, that in any organization, your customer is your one of the primary stakeholders. He comes and asks for a fancy website for travel and tourism, and you document the needs. Then you analyze the needs, right? Okay, if he's giving us per se $10,000 for simplicity sake, is his needs are requirements are going to get fulfilled in that? If yes, then how do we manage that? How do we manage, as in what kind of technology he wants, what kind of coding platform we can use? Do we have those many resources? Do we have such experienced developers, if their requirements are very tech savvy? And then luckily, if we go ahead and we start the development. If we don't have, we hire the additional people, or we hire the outside people, vendor for the same. And then we actually develop. That is the by saying of taking action, we actually develop. Then we review that, we review internally, we review with the customer, and we deliver to them. So you get the point. It's the same cycle followed everywhere. It can be a personal event, it can be a professional event. So person or any stakeholder who is interested in you, you have been doing that. You did the same thing in your school time, in your exams, knowing, okay, it's your parents or if your teachers, they want you to get the marks. It was not you wanted to achieve more, though that should be the motive. But in many of the cases, it's like, along with us, our parents and teachers are also stakeholders. Okay, so what was the ask? Okay, I need to get full marks. How do I get the full marks? Analyze. I need to study hard. How can I study hard and get full marks? Okay, I might have to go to a tuition, or I might have to get some online apps. Nowadays online apps are so many. So how do I do that? I join a tuition, I start studying, and then I keep reviewing and revising. I repeat and I get the full marks. So you can actually apply any practical example to this circle, and it will fit the best. So yes, if anybody has any doubts, or I'll just request Gaurav to add in if you have some wonderful ideas, like always. So yes, Gaurav, over to you if you wish to add something here.
No,
Gaurav?
Prerna, you would like to continue to the next slide,
Ye-
and that will give more
Sure.
clarity further. Yeah.
Sure. Anybody has any doubts, please let us know. Okay, so now this is again with coherence with what we have learned, that how to go ahead with stakeholder management. It's like these are the basic principles that highlight the action words and illustrate the spirit that we should use in engaging with stakeholders. It simply means these are the pinpoints which we should be, which are the pointers, not pinpoints, which are the pointers we should use, or the principles which we should use for a smoother and better stakeholder management. That one, I'll just read out.
So
One is
before you read,
Mhm,
I just
mhm.
want to listen some what do you call, some sound, okay, not sound, some
Okay.
voices, I would say. So
Yes.
let me ask this. So by the way, are you still connected, Bela, Rupa,
Yeah, yes.
Varsha and Anila? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I did not hear for a long time, all of you. So that's why I just wanted to hear all of you. Yeah, back to you, Prerna ji. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, Prerna ji, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So yes, right now what Gaurav did was the first step, acknowledge. He just acknowledged that, okay, I want to hear some sounds, and he asked you, and we did. So acknowledge, monitor, listen, communicate, adopt, recognize, work, and avoid. Okay. Now, before me explaining, I want all of you to give me at least one liner about each what this simple English word means to you. So starting with Rupa, Rupa, what does acknowledgement mean to you? And everybody can go on. I don't want to name anyone. You can just take any one or two words and explain. Yes. So can you please explain by the saying acknowledge?
Knowledge.
What do you feel by the saying acknowledge? Yeah.
If you say knowledge, acknowledge means
Please. Yeah. From stakeholder management point of view, acknowledge means what as in, okay, let me give you a start. It it simply means whatever
Okay.
the customer or the stakeholder asked for, you are accepting, and not accepting, you are ensuring thing that you have understood that what they want, or you have acknowledged that, right? So whenever
Mhm.
a kid is crying over something, they need a pops, they need a maybe a Cadbury or some toy. What we say, I know you want it. Let me get that for you. Okay. So in the same way, for stakeholder management, acknowledgement means, okay, this is your requirement. Let us get back to you on that. So you acknowledge, you listen to them, and you respond that, okay, we are well aware of what your requirement is. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Second point, anybody can take, monitor. It's pretty easy.
Did observe them.
Very well said. Very well said. Perfect. Perfect. Third is listen. I don't think so. Anybody needs to explain on that.
Mhm.
Fourth is communicate. Communicate means you're gonna talk to
Interact.
them about it.
Talk to
Talk to
them.
them. Discussion, group discussions. You can have telephonic calls. You can have face-to-face discussions about what they want, how they want. Like that. But and then adopt. Adopt means whatever the stakeholder has asked for, you might not have the exact resources, exact technology, might not, I'm saying. Most of the times you do. So you adopt accordingly. You hire new people, you implement new technology, you get some new softwares and hardwares, or stuff like that. So you adopt, you change it to, you kind of modify as per their requirements, as per their interest. Then recognize means you make them understand that yes, we understand, we recognize this is your ask, and it's kind of like building a trust that yes, we do understand, we do recognize, and we plan to deliver that. So yes, recognizing in short means you are kind of giving them foolproof assurance that we will deliver, or we are
Self-delivery.
working on it, and then actually work on it. So that's the beauty, or that's the main point, that you have to deliver, you have to work on it. And the last but not the least, and this is one of my favorite, is avoid. So we all, as a person, professionally, personally, we should know what to avoid as well. So in any organization, if the customer has come up with say 10 requirements, and there can be two which he wants but which would cost us a lot of time, energy, and money, which are not feasible in the given budget, and that we will definitely have to avoid them. Avoid them, that doesn't mean you have to be very blunt and say, no, no, we can't do that. We can, no, you have to be very politely, very convincingly, very maturely communicate that this cannot be a part of this scope. This cannot be, inculcated or included in the current scope due to this reason, due to the budget, timelines, or whatever resource reasons. We might consider that ahead, or we can give it a little low ranking and take it later. So like that. So am I good? Am I good in this? Because this is kind of self-explanatory and everybody should be able to understand it pretty well, I guess. If anybody has
Yes.
doubts, please let me know. Or can I'll just move to next slide. Okay. Yeah, Gaurav.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Now again, if you ask me, this is more or less similar. I'll just try to give explanation of the additional points. See, as I told you, stakeholder management is one of my favorites and actually one of the most important topics. That's why we have so many pointers here on. There might be some, you might feel there are some repetitive things which looks like, but they have their, deep level of understanding, and the importance is really huge. That is why we are having so many slides on stakeholder management. So going ahead with communication, which we just discussed, that you have to communicate, we have to talk to them, have discussions, and planning. Yes, any kind of project, any kind of delivery, we rather have to plan. Project planning itself is like an entire vertical. Itself is like an ocean. But then for stakeholders, whenever they give any requirements, any suggestions, any add-ons, we have to plan as per that. Here we are considering only customer as a stakeholders, but you have seen there can be n number of stakeholders. Then stakeholder expectation management. So it's like that, if they, for example, they've asked for something, like they've asked for a website to be prepared in 2 months. But if their requirements are increasing day by day, if their technical challenges in their ask are pretty big, then you have to be very, you have to be practical enough and sensible enough to share with them that whatever they've asked for is not achievable in 2 months. It is a task of 4 months, or or it is not achievable with the current budget. See, it's simple as that. When we go to any mall, or when we go to any toy shop, the kids, or our younger siblings, they used to, or still they keep asking, I want this toy, or I want to eat that. And what we simply say, as kids, what we used to say, oh, we have this much money, we can only take this toy, or we cannot take. So I know it sounds funny now, but in actual day-to-day work, we do this on a very very polished way, that
Correctly.
we are, yes, we tell the customer, or we make them understand that with given scope, given budget, given timeline, only this one can be managed. That's why the word stakeholder expectations management is there, because you're
Management.
going to manage that part. Okay. Now coming to leadership, leadership means as a BA, as a company employee, as a team member, as a whatever role you're taking, as a maybe project manager, project owner, scrum master, you have to lead the entire process. It's not customer or stakeholder should never feel left out. They should always feel welcome for the meetings, for the work, for the overall process of the car. So you have to be, and also I personally feel as a person also, having leadership qualities is a great skill to have. Leadership doesn't mean you have to go and have the monopoly, or be dominating. Definitely not. Leadership means you should have that inner feeling of taking initiation, taking new challenges, accepting new challenges, work on them. So whenever a stakeholder tells you something, that we need to have this website, this application, that kind of functionality, you'll be you should be active enough to say, okay, let me let me take a glance at it, let me work on it, let me do research on it, me as in you, your team, development team, set of BAs, everybody. But then we should be open enough and we should be prominent in our thinking and in your behavior, that we have to offer them that you are ready to do this, and you are being a good leader. And then negotiation, I think I do not have to explain this to, as we have our uh, ladies audience, we all are born with this skill that is utilized starting from the vegetable market to the gold jewelry shop. So negotiation is a part and parcel of your life, and that is very much applicable to the industry. It can be in the form of budget, it can be in the form of timelines, it can be in the form of requirement being delivered. It's all similar to what we do in day-to-day life, but in a very polite manner and very subtle and very polished manner we have to do. Needs assessment and problem solving. So they both go hand in hand. Whatever a customer gives you the requirement, needs is basically requirement. That's just a fancy word of a way of mentioning that line, that terminology. So we have to understand what are their requirements are, what their needs are, and how do we solve on it. We want to have additional resources, I want to have additional timelines. See, generally, most of the issues are revolve around budget, timelines, and resources in personal life also. Professional and personal life, that's for my understanding. Majority of things and also skills, but I'm just giving you the hardcore ones. Is that if you have the budget, you can develop, deliver. If you have the resources or skills, you can work on that. And if you have the timelines, you can definitely accomplish. So yes, this all in here. I think I'm good to go to
Yeah,
next slide. Yes,
Prerna ji,
Gaurav.
I would say that you just take a pause for a moment, because I think you have
Sure.
covered a lot. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sure, sure.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. So by the way, so these were the very easiest path. Now the important thing is that what we are trying to do over here, we are trying to manage something and exchange through something. And what is that something is called? That is called as information. Are you receiving some information after listening and understanding the conversation or the data we are sharing with you? Are you finding that you are receiving some information, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, is it yes from everyone?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And that's the reason we are moving towards information management. We need to understand that what are the keys, and we are here, we can see that there are 5 keys to manage any information. Okay, that comes through leadership. That information can emerge from some operation, and that can be incorporated towards some processes, and that can be compiled with some data, and along with that it can be utilized in some technology and can come from some technology. Okay, so we need to understand, if we are talking about any management has to undergo, or any management undergoes some life cycle. And here we need to understand the information management cycle. So for any information we need to manage, do you and in fact you will agree that it has the plan should be there in the place. Yeah, to manage anything you should come up with some plan. Agree, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And when the plan is there, then you follow 3 things: either you create, or you collect, or you receive some data. Because plan can be only executed because for that some already data are available. With missing data you cannot execute, because you are not aware of what exactly the next action would be. And that data has to be authentic, and that data has to be quality. And that's why as a third step comes as authorize and quality assure. Okay, and we also need to understand whether it has to be accessed to the one who is managing this information. Okay, it should not happen like those data we are planting, we are authorizing, we are accessing, and further you need to execute, you need to break it down further, and in between you are finding that you cannot further dig into the detail of that data, right? And that's why determining the access would be the next step, next cycle. Okay, and when you have got the access, then you need to get into the detail of organizing it. And once you will find that you are successful, you are able to organize that into file, then further that organization, that organizing of those data can be documented further, can be described further, and that can be also, and that also requires some storage and backup along with. Because say for example tomorrow if you miss that important data, then where you can rely, you can only rely on the previous storage or where you had taken the backup. Do you agree with this, whatever I have said so far? Yeah.
Yes.
And based on the analysis you will further do, based on that, those data can be shared, reshared, or distributed, or if not necessary, can be disposed of or can be destroyed. Or where it has been destroyed, if needs arises, you can simply activate back. Yeah, you can activate back, because sometime happen you delete something, goes to recycle bin, but you have authority that you can restore that.
Right.
Yeah, so restoration should also be provided. So this is a simple cycle for any management of any information. So when you will look at the information management body of knowledge, so these area gets fit into the processes. Okay, so when we are talking about information management, then you need to understand that information technology needs to work upon the projects which has got the basis of information system, so that business change can be accommodated onto business processes, so that those business processes can have the business operations utilized, so that we can see the business benefit. And by seeing the business benefit, we can also analyze the perform and can work upon the performance management to define our business strategy further. That's exactly has been mentioned into the information management body of knowledge as well. So if you'll get into the details of it, what exactly you are going to see, that information management has been included in various areas. Say for example, the knowledge areas include the following: information technology. When we are talking about information technology, it includes both of the things, right? Hardware and software. Do you understand what is hardware and
Yes.
software, right, everyone? Yeah, yes, from everyone. Everyone understand this, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you for your responses. And further, if you will get into more details, then you will understand that information systems, that IT built into a system that meets business and needs and policies together. Okay, and information system has then further we have seen that it also get into business information for analyzing and contextualizing data using tools such as information system. And when we are talking about information system and data analyzing, then Excel plays a very deep role for that. Okay, and then comes to business processes, that is how exactly we can evaluate and use the business information to make decision. And one such tool we have seen, at the start itself, it is called as DDDM. You remember that?
Data-driven decision.
Yeah, data-driven decision making. Yeah, and further, the business strategy, the business benefit, the desired advantage, the business information will provide. Okay, and this is the also part of business benefit. And then further, the last which we had discussed in the earlier slide was the master plan, that is about the strategy, and every business requires that. Okay, to be successful into their area. That business strategy, the master plan that gives a company a direction, which is actually any business miss. If direction is not there, destruction is there. Okay, without direction, it is called as destruction. So, do you understand the importance of direction over here in the business
Yes.
process? Yeah, yeah. So here, whatever we have mentioned, the master plan that gives a company a direction, ideally, decision made through the business processes, which are made on business information, I'm just reading out, will guide the strategy and lead the realization of the business benefits. But whatever I have said just now, from there you need to understand this by asking this question. If you are into any business and if you have to come up onto the strategy, you need to ask yourself whether I have got
Right direction.
direction or not. Yeah, because from direction the strategy will point up further. Do you agree with this? Yeah,
Yes.
everyone agrees. Yeah, any question? Okay, so whatever we have discussed so far, I think we got into detail, starting from, various examples, and even Prernaji's example on stakeholders and all. So from start to till now, do you have any question? Okay, so if no, then I would still request you that you go ahead and listen to the recording at the end of today's session. Along with that, I want to re-emphasize, even if you are listening to the recording, if you have not started becoming the part of reference ready resume preparation, guys, please go ahead, do that. Show up on LinkedIn and start making your connection, start increasing your start showing up on LinkedIn and make connection and start creating connection. Okay, and there also, like Anila, all of you can learn something new. Okay, so that's the LinkedIn gives you leverage of. And yeah, if you are that's what I just wanted to once again emphasize, that you need to have a approved resume, and that has to come from RRRP session that happens every Tuesday and Thursday. So that's it. So any final closer remarks from you, Prerna ji?
I was talking on mute. Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, I'm very happy the way things are going. You all are contributing and making videos. I know I have repeated this enough time, but it's that important that along with the household chores and other responsibilities, you still are putting in efforts. That is first of all very important, and kudos to you from my side. I think we all
Thank
deserve
you.
a round of applause for ourselves. Please,
Yeah,
please
you
let us
can.
have a please clap for yourself first of all. And yes, keep going in this way, and do watch today's session, because though we tried to make it fun and interesting, but these concepts are really very important. You would definitely realize it once you step into the actual organization, actual industry world. Stakeholders, information management, all these things are very crucial for your understanding point of view. And please putting in efforts, do watch Guru School's videos, not only ours, other trainers also, that will give you some other insights, some useful tips. If if you could relate to them, do reach out to us in case of any doubts, which you do. I know I'm yet to review the CV which Varsha had shared with me. I'll encourage others to also share CVs with me, so I could sit and have a detailed analysis. So yes, as Gauravji was saying, be in the momentum, prepare CVs, get them also checked with the Guru Schools teams, Dev sir and the other HRs and stuff. But before that, you can run them through with us. We would help you to add a few pointers or not, and keep watching the videos and keep believing in yourself that you got this and you will get this, as in from the final job opportunity point of view and actually working in industry point of view. So thank you so much for being so interactive and supportive. And I really find today's session super duper interesting and interactive. Yes, Gaurav, over to you. That's it from
Thank you
my
so
side.
much. Rupa, what do you feel like saying for today's session?
Yeah. Today it is little lengthy and
Mhm.
it is, yeah, it is very interesting. And tomorrow also I can learn,
Yeah,
listen this recording video once
yeah.
again because I
Call out
want to do
someone's
this.
name. Yeah, thank you, Rupa. Call out someone's name
Sure,
on the screen.
sure.
Who? Whose name you took?
Varsha,
Varsha.
Varsha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. Sorry. Today's session I found quite refreshing and like recollecting in that sense, because few of the things that we have done in the past, like the Excel functions and the stakeholder management part. So it was quite refreshing for me. Of course, there are a few new things too, but yes.
Varsha, call out someone's name, please.
Uh, Anila.
Anila. What do you feel like
Uh,
saying?
today's session was very interesting, and I must say every day, I mean, we are learning something new. So I mean, it was very interactive today.
Mhm. Thank you. Call out someone's name. Anila.
Who's left off? Bela.
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 Yes. Mhm. Yeah, it's a very interesting today. I also learned about Excel. So I'm
Mhm.
going to work more on that.
Cool. Call out someone's name on the screen. Bela then.
Gauravji.
Okay, thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you and continue doing what you are doing. Put your video, but make sure it is audible well. I should not come closer like I'm listening to the transistor, old style transistor, keeping that near to my ears. So that's the message I just wanted to share. By the way, I feel really you guys are doing amazing. Over to you, Prerna ji. Prerna ji, what do you feel like saying? You are on mute.
I have shared my views that I'm very happy
Okay.
with the way things are going. Thank you so much for to everybody for their participation, for their dedication, for their efforts. And yes, this is the way we ought to go ahead. And thank you so much. And please keep watching the videos because it will keep refreshing your memory, and it will indirectly revise whatever we have learned till now so far. Okay. So thank you so much for all of you. To all of you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Gaurav.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everyone. Bye-bye and good night to you all.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
Bye.
you.
night.
Have a good day.
Thank you.